Welcome to Sabbath School Daily, where we have been studying from this lesson, Psalms. This week we're studying from lesson number 9, which has the title, Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, and today is Wednesday's lesson, which has the title, Eternal King of Unrivaled Power. Today's lesson revolves around several Psalms, but one that I want to read for you comes from Psalm chapter 2, and it's the verse 7. This is known as a psalm of inthronization. This is a psalm that was read for the inthronization of the Israelite kings, and it says this, I will declare the decree, the Lord has said to me, you are my son, today I have begotten you. This text has nothing to do with adoption in the terms of on that day, God accepted either Jesus, if you understand this as a messianic psalm, which it is. This has nothing to do with that in the terms of the Davidic kings. This has to do with inthronization. When the Israelite king would be enthroned and invested in his kingly power, this is the psalm that would be read as the throne of inthronization. That's what it means. The lesson says this about it. The portrayal of God as the Messiah's father points to the coronation of the king when the king was adopted into God's covenant. So again, it's not talking about literal adoption. Some people will read it and they won't go beyond that. This has nothing to do with that. This is the adoption of the king into the covenant of God, into the Israelite covenant that God had made with his forefathers. The text then continues. Psalm 2 verse 7 foresees Christ's resurrection and exaltation as the dawn of the new everlasting covenant and Christ's royal priesthood. The Messiah sits at God's right hand as someone who has unprecedented honor and authority. In this text, you can see the foreshadowing of Jesus' enthronization as the Messiah, as the only begotten of God, as the one who saved humanity. There's a quote that comes from the book On the Way to Emmaus. It's written by Jacques Ducan, and this is what it says. Moreover, the interplay between the Lord and the anointed, the Messiah, even suggests an intention to identify this Davidic Messiah with the Lord himself. If the one who sits at the right is the Lord, then the Lord is the Messiah, since the latter is also seen at the right. So it's really interesting how there's a wordplay here in this understanding of God being the Messiah, the Lord being the Messiah. The lesson then continues, in the end, Christ will have absolute victory over his enemies. To make the enemies a footstool is an image that reflects the custom of the ancient Near Eastern kings to place their feet on the necks of their defeated enemies, to demonstrate total dominance over them. Yet, Christ's rod here is not a tool of terror. The rod, or the staff, was originally held by tribal leaders as the symbol of the tribe. Christ's rod comes from Zion because he represents the people of Zion. His rod is a symbol of divine judgment, which ends the rule of evil and depicts Christ's unrivaled reign. This depiction of Jesus as the eternal king of unrivaled power is interwoven throughout the whole gospel, throughout the whole Bible. You'll see it in the prophetic books, in the books of Daniel, Isaiah. You'll see it in the book of Revelation. You'll see it throughout the gospels. Jesus is this king. When you look at Daniel, he is that stone, that uncut stone that breaks the statue and that then covers the whole world. And it's an eternal kingdom. And that is just one description contained in the Bible of Jesus as this eternal king that will be the king of an eternal kingdom. The lesson then says, one graphic depiction of Christ's ultimate victory is found in the pre-Advent scene in Daniel chapter 7, which shows that after judgment is given in favor of the saints of the Most High, his kingdom is established, and his kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. Because of the cross, the promise of the kingdom is assured. The blessing is promised to all who trust in the King, and the people rejoice in the Messiah's sovereign and righteous reign. Friends, we live in a world where nothing is everlasting. The kingdoms of this world pass. The power, the authority of this world pass. Everything's shaky. Everything is on uncertain ground. So when the Bible promises a kingdom of eternal proportions, a kingdom of love, of justice, of good, and of goodness, I really want to be a citizen of that kingdom. I don't know about you, I hope so, but I really can't identify myself with anything here in this world. I live here, but I know that I'm not of this place. I don't feel like I fit in here, like I feel comfortable here. This is not my final destination. And so our journey here in this world, our exodus through existence here, is to let everyone know, is to let others around us know that this is not the final destination, that this life right here is limited, and truly we await a new heaven and a new earth. So may the Lord bless you in your efforts to let people know about this, to let them know about God's love, his forgiveness, his transformation, and the hope that we have that this is going to end very soon, and then we're going to start real life. Remember to study your lesson, look up the other chapters and verses that are mentioned in today's lesson, and that will help you have a broader understanding of what we talked about today. Also, please remember to comment down below. I love hearing your questions, your feedback, your thoughts and ideas, and also remember to like, to share, and to subscribe to our videos. We release one every day, and I hope to see you again here tomorrow for another Sabbath School Daily.